YouTube land, what's up? It's your girl Makara. How y'all feeling out there? So y'all, I have been trying to rest and sleep and laying around and getting rejuvenated and eating and all of this crap. And so I just kind of been on my me time. So I've been overwhelmed and I have been overdrained or whatever. But I'm still chugging along. And my mind is still being set in airplane mode. I'm off the ground with my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm making stuff happen on a different type of level, on a different type of plane. So, and then sometimes I have a block as well as what I'm going to talk about. And so I know to respect the block and back up off of it until it is so kind to give me a download and get on here and talk about something I think that's worth talking about. So, with that being said, let's mosey on to my topic for tonight. So, my topic is the POF review. Plenty of fish review. So, y'all, what expired? What inspired me to do this video that I'm doing here is because the other day, right, me and one of my girlfriends was on the phone and we was talking about something. Of course, we were talking about men or whatever. And she was saying how she don't even hardly respond to people that leave her messages on her POF. So I'm like, what's POF? And she was like, plenty of fish. The dating site. I said, I forgot about that. So I do, to a certain extent, get a little itch for these dating sites. I'm obsessed with it, but listen, it's. I think I'm finally about to shake my obsession with it. And like I said, these obsessions only come like once a year. To get on there and see if I'm missing anything or see if I can look up and find something. But it never ever goes like that. So I'm doing the research on Plenty of Fish because that's just what I do. Before I go straight to something, I check the reviews out and I see what people are saying. And so I do my homework, to see if what they telling me, I'm about to experience some of this stuff. So, before I made my account, I got on YouTube and I did a little sniffling around on plentyoffish.com. And so, the people on there were saying like how it's a scam. Some people were saying like it's a nice dating pool and a bigger selection to choose from. There was all kind of things people was talking about, stuff that didn't happen to them. People ain't who they say they is. They were saying all kind of stuff that was on there. And like I said, there were people on there talking about how you can buy tokens and that gives you a greater chance of meeting someone. All this, what's going on. So that when you do the review, you're going to have a mixed bag of people's opinions. Okay, so after I do the research, good enough, I go on here and I create my profile. And I throw me 2 pictures up. One, I had my cowboy hat out. Y'all know that pose. And then the other one, my head wasn't even hardly cold. And y'all, for my profile, my message, whatever you want them to know about you, I put Catfish Proof. But for some reason, my message wasn't well perceived. It had went over their heads. It said Catfish Proof. And so, I'm already kind of thinking, This is a nice dating pool when I go on here. This is a large amount from the ones I have been on. I got to say that it's a variety. I have to say that. So I go on there and start looking and looking. Okay, and I just got on here, and about like 15 minutes later, I guess after they got my membership approved or whatever, I start getting messages. And so the message was like, hey, Kaya, because I was under Kaya. Hey, Kaya, I want to meet you, and can we get to know each other? And, all of this stuff. And the ones that I thought I liked, I responded to them, and the ones that I didn't like, I didn't respond to them. Okay, so we talking back and forth, and I'm talking back and forth to about 15 or 16 of them total, and I guess in a total of 3 days or however this mess go or whatever. So we talking back and forth, different people, and I'm saying to myself, now we talking and we conversing. And you want to even come see me. You want to ride down from Chicago to see me. You want to ride down from Indiana to see me. But what's strange is, don't nobody want your phone number to make sure you who you say you are? So you get to see if they who they say they is. Don't nobody want to hear you to make sure they ain't getting catfished? So I'm noticing this type of behavior going on out of all these guys that had already set up a time and place in a weekend or trying to get one established on when to meet me. We couldn't even talk on the phone. Now, all of these guys I was talking to, nobody wanted my phone number. So I'm saying to myself, all right, I'm going to have to bust this mess open up on this line. I done told them I'm Catfish Proof, and why nobody don't believe me, I have no idea, but I'm finna show them what Catfish Proof does. So as I'm talking to all these different men, right, I go ahead and start laying my traps down. And the first one was, do you have a Facebook? And by this time, I'm meeting 20 or 30 and 40 men now. It's piling up. Oh, out there loving me. And so I'm going down the line of all these nice looking men in this pool that I think look good. I'm going down the line. And I hit them with one karate chop. Do you have a Facebook page? Oh, yeah, I got all kind of answers. No, I don't have a Facebook. No, I don't have a Facebook. I like my privacy. Why are you asking me that? Listen, lady, if you got trust issues, get over here and go fix them. Oh, it started getting technical. It started getting technical when I started asking people about did they have a Facebook. Only one out of these 30 or whatever men I had met, y'all, had a Facebook. I went over to his. Now, at least he did have one. It was rigged. Listen, I know what to look for when I go on these sites. It wasn't no movement. Listen, he didn't have nothing that rung my alarm, rung my bell that it was real. It was just threw up there. So, I didn't talk to him after I got on there and saw that page. And then so I get back on there. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, some of y'all could, value y'all privacy and don't like to be on Facebook and might have been on there once upon a time. I understand that. But then some of y'all could be married. And some of y'all just don't have, you want to keep a low profile or whatever. But I just found it strange. Out of all of these men, nobody had a Facebook. And I'm saying to myself, okay, How long this gonna keep on going? We're making these important plans to meet somebody to come from Chicago and all of this. But we ain't got on the phone with nobody. If I'm trying to get to know somebody and make sure they real, I'll be asking for some phone numbers. Y'all out this quasi-lodge deal? Nobody asked me for my phone number. I share with whom? See, I got him on diagnostics. I said, well, let me start laying my phone number out here. I'm like, well, do you have a number? Plentyoffish.com, plentyoffish.com. I'm like, well, do you have a number? And I got all kind of answers. Yeah, but I'm over in the army fighting the war, and we can't have no phones, and we in the middle of the United Way funding commercial, and we can't talk over here, and we could get put out of the army if we get caught with our phones. I said, well, I replied back, I said, well, baby, I said, well, that ain't gonna work for me, because I got to have access to you. I got to hear you, and I got to be able to know what's going on, so I couldn't wait for you to come back. Matter of fact, when you come in town, you still would be close enough to me, so I tell you what, because you ain't even in the same state I'm in, so I tell you what, baby, I'm in this. So I replied back and told him that was too far for me, and that I was gonna get on my horse and go and get up the road. And so this one man come in. He leaves me a message like, he out of Springfield. He leaves me a message. He an older man, and he's a well-maintained man. And he hits my inbox and he says, "Sugar Daddy here." He said, "Would you like to get involved and talk finances?" I said, "Oh yes." I said, "That's all. That's what I'm about, the finance part of this." Oh yeah. So he kept trying to go around the conversation. Oh no, I want to get the finance part of this straight first. So every question he asked or whatever topic he tried to change, I'm shooting off rounds. Bow, 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 bow. Listen, I need to know about this financing part and how to get this stuff straightened out. So I kept on sending rounds. Well, where did you say, you live? I start asking all kind of questions. And so I want to get the financing part straight. I'm sorry, back that up. I had lost my train of thought and tried to cover that up. No. Back to the financing part. So I'm like, I want to know how I'm going to be getting paid for my services. And so he said, online. No, he said, what did you mean? I said, I want to know the financing part. How am I getting paid? And he said, through your bank. I said, I don't do banks. I said, I only do Cash App. Listen, I'm a business lady. I said, I only do Cash Apps. He said, well, I only do the bank. He said, I need your routing number. He said, send me your bank account information. He was going to make a deposit in my bank account. So I go back on there and tell him, I said, I'm sorry, I only do Cash App. He said, matter of fact, I told him, I said, and if we can't do Cash App, I said, I guess we at a dead end, we at a checkmate. And when I told him that I only did that, he wasn't getting my account number. Y'all, his profile vanished. It kapoofed. He disappeared. I didn't even know he was gone. When I looked back to the left side of all the faces coming down, a face was missing. And I looked for him. I couldn't find this man. Because I want to get the financing part. And I didn't want you in my bank account. I wanted the Cash App way. And when he found out one of those bank numbers finna be twirling, y'all, that man disappeared. My messages from him were removed and deleted. I told these people I was catfish proof. Nobody believed me. And so I was asking these people all kind of questions, trying to force my number down their throats. Y'all, I was trying to force my number down their throats. Y'all, I was trying to force my number down their throats. Didn't nobody want it. Did nobody want my number? Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all, they was cussing me out for asking about anything that drew me closer to them. Every time I ask, listen, do you got a video chat? I tried to call you, but it was blocked. How you trying to call me? What number do you have? What application are we using? Did you try to call me from the site? I go on there, look, unless I'm doing something wrong, I don't see where I can call you at. Y'all, they running all kinds of scams on that line. I had one before that was coming from the military. And this and that, the day I had a date, he was coming home. We talked up until the day, but we text. He wouldn't, he said I couldn't call. He was in the Army fighting the fight. See, I had all of this, y'all. And he on his way home to me. And honey, when I knew anything, some people was on my phone. Telling me I had to pay. I had to pay. I had to pay over $800 to have my fiance's luggage be shipped to me. I said, what? Yeah, soldier such and such. He came and dropped the luggage off. And you have to pay $800 to get the luggage here to your home. I said, you mean to... I said, you mean to tell me y'all just let somebody bust up in your airport, slam their luggage down all over the place, and tell y'all somebody was paying and walked out? The man started getting aggressive, telling me I had to pay this money. I said, I tell you what, If he didn't pay it when he was there and y'all let him walk out, I said I sure ain't finna pay it. Oh, them people, the airline people now. That Arabic man who, listen, he set me ablaze when they found out they wasn't finna get my money. So every time I get on there, y'all, they got some type of scam going. Oh, every time I get on these sites, they got some type of scam going. You easily to fall victim on these sites. Do I recommend POF to anyone? It was a white boy on YouTube. He didn't recommend that site to nobody. He didn't recommend it to me when I went on there. He told me I don't recommend this site. Little country boy. I went under POF and he popped up. He was a little country boy walking through the yard. And he was saying he didn't recommend that site. And was saying all this stuff that happened to him. I'm saying to myself, you a hater. I'm finna get on here. And I'm finna do something. I got on there. I was praying the moment I logged in. I was praying. And then let me tell y'all this. I had woke up in the middle of the night last night. And I said, I'm bored. So I jumped on Facebook. Y'all, when I jumped on Facebook, the first thing I seen was the news making a report that this 20-year-old nurse, white girl, was in school for nursing and she met somebody online and he strangled her and killed her. Y'all, I hit that new tab at the top because I wanted to keep hearing the story. But as I was getting the story, I was on plentyoffish.com and I deleted that damn thing. It's gone. And usually when I go on these sites, I have them up there for about a month or 2 or 3 to see if I ain't missing nothing. But then after that, I take them down. I take them down. And so it's one site that I'm on. I don't know if that's eHarmony or what that site is. But whatever site it is, y'all, I can't figure out a way to take it down. I keep on trying to go on here. Most of the sites, it show you, where you can cancel. Or you can this or you can that. This site that I'm on, I can't get the information down. And y'all already know, I've read disclaimers. I don't know how fancy y'all go when y'all join a part of something. But I didn't start off reading them at first, which I should have. Or whatever. I'm reading them now, though. It's disclaimers saying on some of these sites, once you put the pictures up, you can't get them back. The pictures ain't your property no more. They no longer belong to you. They belong to the site. And I'm finding this to be true because some of this stuff that I done engaged in, when I try to go take it off, it won't budge. It won't move. And I can't get nothing down. And so I guess people coming through there touring my site, but I ain't even active. You know, maybe I'm giving them some free advertisement because they won't let me take it down. I don't know what's going on because that's what I have read about a lot of these sites. Your personal information is theirs now. They coming from a third party. You don't even know it. Like these people, they keeping up with us. And that's the bottom line. You getting tracked all over the world. So, I don't know, y'all. I'm like that man now. Don't go on that site. It's some bamboozling going on that site. It's plenty of game on it. Now, people are saying they having successful stories. And they writing in. I looked at it all. And they telling how they met. And you can go on YouTube POF and see some couples successful. Listen, y'all, I take it all the way to the top when I'm researching stuff. I take it all the way to the top. I'm going all the way to the top with this one. I'm going all the way to the top. It's people on there, you know, that got successful stories and they met on there and this and that. And good for them. But it just seems like to me, y'all, every time I get on one of these dating sites, this is just how it works for me. I'm just sharing the energy with y'all that I get when I get on there. Every time I get on there, it's some type of scam going where somebody need my bank account information. Every time I get on there, it got a certain amount of time that the conversation gonna be alive before it's shut off. It can't never get to the bottom of nothing. Every time you try to get close, you ain't able to do so. And I find that strange with all this catfishing going on nowadays and all of this, you know, getting your money stolen, this and that. It ain't a deeper level of precaution on there. They on there telling you if you meet somebody and get your ass killed, they ain't got nothing to do with liable meetings. So, you know, I see Kevin Samuels and different people talk about this matchmaking service. And that would be the better way to go instead of going online. Because people actually doing the homework for you, you know, and they really involved and they really concerned and you really, really getting the person. And I went on there to be nosy. Because I wanted to know what was the difference between a matchmaker and the difference between these sites that I'm going on. And the matchmaking business, they ain't no joke, y'all. Y'all, I think they had deals starting out at $1,000 and $2,000 and all of this mess to find you somebody. The matchmaking, that's the real deal, and you better have the money for the matchmaker, the real ones that's making sure you getting who you say you getting the quality of the man, because they on the phone night and day with this person trying to figure out what they like, how they like, what color you want her hair to be. Do she wear makeup or no? Do she wear high heels and lingerie or no? Is she an Amish woman or no? Like, they doing the work. But the thing is, I ain't got that kind of money. So, and I know too, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure that there's been tragic endings with matching sites as well. Somebody might have paid that type of money because that was they route to take to get to that level they was trying to get to, if you know what I mean. So, I'm just saying, like this guy here, I understood everything he was saying, and it's so funny because I had the same experience he had. where I knew I was getting catfished. And then they on there asking for your bank account information. Then I got to pay $2,000 and $3,000 to get his bags home on the day he's supposed to return to me, and all of this stuff. He telling me I ain't got to work no more and to go looking for houses and all of this stuff. But he left the financial part out of I was going to be paying for the luggage to get to my house. I didn't know that till the people called. Every time I get on there, y'all, it's a mess. As soon as I get off or before, somebody come up, axled off of there. Something happens. So I'm to the point where I am convinced I am going to cut this type of stuff out because I don't have no good experience with this stuff. And like I said, I know people here in Decatur that then met and got married off this thing. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, as a whole common denominator, it's a shark pool. And you can get in there and you can get some of anything. You can jump in there and get a husband. You can jump in there and get a boyfriend. Long-term boyfriend, short-term boyfriend, one-night stand. You can jump in there and get killed. You can jump in there and get left for dead. See, you can jump in there and get married 2 and 3 times. Like, there's no rules to this game right here. And so, with me, I always pull the eeriness, the mysterious out. But it's not mysterious in a good way. It is mysterious in the danger way, like where I pick up on things, that I think are treacherous to me or could be. And then the clarification comes when I get on Facebook or I see a clipping of the news or something like that. And so I don't recommend plentyoffish.com. I personally don't. I'm going to be honest. There were, and this is because this is what's going on now. These are the times that we living in now. I'll be honest, there was a couple of guys that I seen on there that was from my hometown that I wouldn't have mind. But then that's just the hit and run type of action because you already know who these people are around here. You might have bumped into them years ago and it didn't take off for some strange reason or they was running game back then. So you more acceptable to you know what it is type of situation. But what type of situation are you putting yourself in, like if you accepting anything and everything and everybody? So it's just like, I don't know, like now you really have to value your safety. I mean, all kind of stuff going on with these online. Listen, if I had found somebody on there, I'm telling you, I would have took him. Listen, if I had the money and could have got something I wanted young, and I could have had the money to finance it, I would have financed it. But there's so much stuff going on now. You can't do this stuff no more you used to do. I done been on here and seen a man going to a lady's house and he done got set up. He done got knocked up outside the head and got his wallet snatched. Y'all, it is a disaster. Like I said, it's people on here that have success stories. But then there's people on here that don't. And every time I get on there, y'all, it's some type of scam going. Everybody got their hands out. Like the guy that left his stuff at the airport. How do I know that wasn't even a woman I was talking to scamming me? And I was starting to believe that as we got deeper into the conversation. Don't nobody know who behind these keyboards. It's some people behind these keyboards can get behind these things, baby, make some magic happen. When you know anything, they have your money dancing at your bank account. It's some cold people on these lines. But I think altogether, I'm going to stop going on them. Because it's just something suspicious. That's the end I pull. That's the energy that I pull on online dating. It's something suspicious. You know what I mean? Like, a few times when I have met somebody on there that was local around here or something, hell, that was a get crunk situation. You know, so oh my God. I don't know. So I'm glad I was able to do a review on this, and I wanted to give people the truth on this because sometimes when you go on YouTube too, you don't know if these people be halfway lying or telling the truth. But that country boy, that story he told on there, if y'all go to POF reviews, there's a country boy walking down a dirt lane or something with some overalls and a flannel. Listen, my story met up with his. Some people don't have luck on these things. And I am one of them. And so, I don't know how you even view online because some people look at it like a dirty alley because it can be used for that. It is being used for a dirty alley. Some people don't mind being on there. You know, but like I said, the people that's acting perfect or something, they might use it, for a dark alley. Don't even have their pictures up. Had a picture of their dog up or something. You know who you talking to on there. And I said this before. I remember when I was younger, I had told my mom that I didn't want to date anybody that I knew or marry anybody from around here that I knew because I knew everybody or whatever. And she was like, you better try to date somebody around here that somebody halfway know about their family and you halfway know about their family, they halfway know about your family, and somebody got some type of history on somebody. When you start dating out in the world, you don't know what you getting. And that's a true story. And the older I get, I'm starting to see that. Like, I respect the law of attraction. I'm not confused about it. Like, I never have a good feeling or a turnout and I'm able to shake the scene before anything can get started. It's just one of the nervous feelings with me when I go on there. So, I don't know. I personally would not recommend plentyoffish.com. Now, that's just looking at this from my perspective. Some people get on there and find the love of their life. This is true. I got some friends. They husbands bring them lunch every morning to work. I've been around some of these people. And when you go to ask where they met, they met on plentyoffish.com. That's no lie. But it boils down to this with me on being on the internet. Everybody got a certain energy that they pull. And there's all kind of demonic spirits online. So you on there looking for somebody, or you on there looking for what you looking for, but at the same time, there's a different type of beast on there fighting that's unseen. And those are the beasts like the ones that's on there plotting to do the killing. The one that's plotting to rob you and set you up. You know, there's a different type of back avenue to these sites. They, like I said, they back alley. They can get back alley if you don't know what you're looking for, you know. And so I just wanted to get on here and bring that to the attention, because I every blue moon I get on there and create me a profile and try to see if I'm missing something or if something could happen. But I get these same results every time I get on the site. I don't care what site it is. They need my pocketbook. And you can't talk to nobody, and don't nobody even want to hear you. How you gonna have a relationship with somebody typing over the computer? Even texts are misjudged. You can't really predict how somebody feel when they saying something. That could be misconstrued and taken all kind of ways. I don't care about the emoji face. They could be putting up emoji face and ain't even laughing behind the emoji face. They could write LOL and not be laughing, because I do. I'm just saying. So I just want to get on here, and of course I'm rambling at the mouth by now though, but I just want to get on here and give y'all my POF review. It's gone now. After I found out that woman got strangled, I couldn't listen. I shut that thing down the minute that I was listening and trying to read. Listen, I gotta go. You can't even meet nobody no more. And you was taking a chance meeting them then. Because I done met some real buffoons online. Can't even find them till this day. Didn't even know some of their real names. So, that concludes my segment for Plenty of Fish. Don't do it. But then again, don't let me say that. Like I said, this is the perspective I got from it. This is what happens to me over and over again. So I feel like the universe is trying to tell me something, to stay off of there. You are not built for that. So, yeah, I don't know. Cougar's Closet. Mwah.